Yeah, a very good evening to one and all, sir. Hope you guys are able to hear me and able to see my screen, guys. Everyone, can you guys please confirm over the chat whether you guys are able to hear me and able to see my screen or not? Everyone, please confirm, sir. Good evening, guys. Everyone, can you hear me and able to see my screen, guys? Everyone. Right. Fine, sir. So what we have covered, sir, on yesterday's session? What we have covered on yesterday's session, sir? We just worked with what, sir? We worked with what? PLSQL, the cursors and attributes of the, and cursor attributes, PLSQL cursors, and then what? Cursor attributes, sir. And then cursor attributes, right, sir? That is what we have discussed, sir. That is the first thing. And after that, we explored on what, sir? We explored on what? How to handle the exceptions. How to handle the exceptions in PLSQL block. Come on, sir, in the PLSQL block, right or not? So handling the exception in the PLSQL block is nothing but on how many steps, sir? Handling the exception in the PLSQL block in how many steps? Number one, declaring the exception variable in declaration section, right, sir? That is the first one, sir. And the second one is what? Raising the exception. So raising the exception, sir. Raising like as an exception based on the business logic, right or not? Business logic, right or not, sir? Right? And what is the third one, sir? What is the third step? Handling the exception, sir. Handling like as an the exception using what, sir? Exception section, right or not? Exception section in what? PLSQL block. Agree, everyone? So first one is what? Declaring the exception in the declaration section and raising the exception based on your business logic, and then handling the exception. Handling the exception what? Okay, handling like as an exception using what, sir? Exception section in the PLSQL blocks, right? In the PLSQL blocks, right, sir? Everyone. Come on, guys. Is that fine? Everyone, these are the things which we have discussed on yesterday, sir. Right? And as part of our today's session, sir, so we will be talking about what? So named blocks, sir. Named blocks. Okay? Named blocks, sir. Okay? Yes. So named blocks, sir. As of now, observe carefully, sir. In the PLSQL, sir, in the PLSQL, so we have two kinds of blocks, sir. We have what? The two kinds of blocks. Number one, that is nameless blocks. That is nothing but on what? Nameless blocks. Okay. And the next one is what? Named blocks. Okay. Nameless blocks are nothing but on what, sir? Nameless blocks are nothing but on what? Not reusable blocks. Okay. Nameless blocks are nothing but on what? Not reusable component, not reusable blocks. Okay. Not reusable blocks. And even it is not saved in the database. Understand, sir? And even it is not saved in what? The database software, sir. Okay. So named blocks are nothing but on what? Named blocks are nothing but on what, sir? Reusable components, sir. Okay. These are nothing but on what? Reusable blocks. And it will be occupied some space, in the database software. Right, sir? Right or not? So in the PLSQL, sir, We have the two kinds of blocks are there, sir. One is what nameless blocks. Another one is what named blocks, sir. Okay. Nameless blocks are nothing but an what not reusable blocks, sir. So means we cannot reuse the blocks, sir. Whatever the PLSQL blocks we had developed till yesterday, all the blocks are nothing but a nameless blocks or not, sir? Come on, guys, kindly respond. Whatever the PLSQL blocks we have developed so far on yesterday, sir. So far on yesterday, those blocks are nothing but an what? Nameless blocks, sir. So those nameless blocks are nothing but an what? Reusable blocks or not reusable blocks? Come on, guys. Nameless blocks are reusable blocks or non-reusable blocks, sir? Not reusable blocks, sir. And even those blocks will be saved in the database software as well. Even those blocks are saved in the database software as well, sir? No, sir. It will not occupy any kind of space for that PLSQL blocks, sir. Till yesterday, whatever the PLSQL blocks you have developed, sir, so those are nothing but an what? Non-reusable blocks, and which cannot be saved those blocks in the database software as well. Okay. And so we have the another kind of blocks in the PLSQL. So that is nothing but an what? Reusable blocks, sir. Reusable blocks means, so whatever the PLSQL block you are going to develop, sir, that PLSQL block will becomes what? Reusable component, sir. Reusable component means definitely once you define that PLSQL block, that can be reused at any point of time, sir, in an application. Understand, sir? If you define some block with some, if you define some block as an what a named block means, that block can be an executable at any point of time in an application once you define, right, sir? That's why we can say it as an what? Named blocks are nothing but an reusable blocks or non-reusable blocks, sir. Named blocks are nothing but an what? Reused blocks or non-reusable blocks, sir? It's a reusable blocks, sir. Reusable blocks. Once you define that block, sir, you can reuse that block at anywhere, at any point, anywhere in the application. Understand, sir? So, and definitely the reusable block means it will be occupying some space in the disk or in the database software or not. Come on, guys. Reusable blocks are always going to be and resided in the database software or not, sir? Come on, guys. Reusable blocks are going to be and resided in the database software or not? Right? Yes. So those reusable blocks are nothing but an what? Stored procedures and stored functions, sir. Understand, sir? So reusable, so named blocks or reusable blocks in PLSQLs are nothing but an what? Stored procedures and what? Stored functions. Understand, guys, everyone? Everyone, is that clear? So whatever the blocks we had developed so far on yesterday, those are nothing but an what? Nameless blocks, which is not reusable blocks. Even it is not saved in the database software as well. Okay. So from today onwards, from now onwards for today, we are going to develop what kind of blocks? Nameless blocks or named blocks? Come on, guys. What kind of blocks we are going to develop? Nameless blocks or named blocks? Roshni, we are going to develop named blocks, sir, from today onwards, not nameless. Yeah, yesterday, sir. Yesterday we had developed what? Yesterday, so far on yesterday, we developed what? Nameless blocks. Today onwards, we are going to develop what kind of blocks, sir? Named blocks. Named blocks means reusable blocks, which will occupy some memory in the database software. That is nothing but an what, sir? What are the reusable blocks in the PLSQL, sir? What are the reusable blocks in the PLSQL? Stored procedures and functions, sir. Okay, stored procedures and the stored functions are both are meant for what, sir? Named blocks in PLSQL. Okay, named blocks in the PLSQL. Okay, which can be stored in the database software, sir. Which can be stored in the database software, sir. Understand, sir? Which can be stored in what? The database software. Okay. So now tell me, sir, once you define like as in the stored procedure and the stored function in the database side, tell me that stored procedure and stored function can be execute on can be execute on front-end applications as well as can be execute on the database side as well or not? Come on, guys. Definitely, sir. So we can execute that stored procedures and stored functions through what? Through programming languages, or else you can execute what? Through front-end application, or else you can execute what? SQL language as well, sir. Understand? That is what we are going to see, sir, as part of our today's session. So we will start working with what? How to create a stored procedure and how to create like as in the stored function as well, sir. Okay, that's what I clearly mentioned, sir. So far we executed some PLSQL blocks. Those are nothing but on what's are nameless blocks, which are not reusable for the multiple programs and even not yet stored in the database software as well. So those is nothing but on what? Nameless blocks. If you wanted to create some named, if you guys wanted to create some named PLSQL blocks, which can be stored permanently in the database software, for this, we need to go for an what? Stored procedures and stored functions in the PLSQL, sir. Understand, guys? If you wanted to create some named PLSQL blocks, which can be stored permanently in the database software, okay? So permanently in the database software, sir. For this, we need to go for an what? Stored procedures and stored functions in the PLSQL, sir. Procedures and functions are nothing but an what? Subprograms, sir. Okay, procedures and functions are also called as an what? Subprograms in PLSQL, which can be created and saved in the database as an what? Database objects, and they can procedures and functions are also can be called or referred inside some other blocks as well, sir. Understand, sir? Sir, the point here is the procedures and functions are also called as an what? Subprograms, or we can also call as an what? Named blocks, or also we can call it as an what? Reusable component in PLSQL, sir. Multiple names, sir. Stored procedures and stored functions are nothing but an what? Reusable blocks, reusable components in PLSQL, or we can say call it as an what? Named blocks, or we can call it as an what? Subprograms in PLSQL as well. Okay, all these stored procedures and functions are resided in what? Resided in the database as an what? Database objects, sir. Database objects, and they can be, and these stored procedures and stored functions can be called from another PLSQL block, or else you can call that the one stored procedure from the another stored procedure, and also you can call the stored procedure from the stored function as well, sir. Those things it can be impossible. Understand, sir? Understand, sir? Everyone, you can call like as in the stored procedure and the stored function, sir, from another PLSQL block as well, and also you can call like as in one stored procedure from another stored procedure, and also you can call like as in the stored procedure from stored function as well, sir. These things you can do with the help of what? Named blocks. Understand, guys, everyone, up to now? Yes. Simple like as in methods in Java, sir. Correct, sir. Simple like as in the methods in. So coming to the features of the stored procedures, sir. Stored procedures are saved in the database as an what? Pre-compiled objects, sir. Right or not? So once you create the stored procedure at the database side, okay. So once you are defined that a stored procedure at the database side as an ready, that can be what? Executable on any number of times or not, sir? Come on, guys. Right or not? Stored procedures are saved in what? The database software, sir, as a pre-compiled objects, and stored procedures are executed explicitly. Okay, we can execute the stored procedures explicitly by using the command called what? Execute command or exec command. Understand, sir? How can you execute the stored procedure? How can you execute the stored procedure, sir, in SQL? What is the command? Execute command or exec command, sir. Okay, so this is what like as in the syntax for what? Executing the stored procedure, sir. Execute command or exe command followed by what? Procedure name, and followed by what? Parameters of the procedure, sir. Parameters of the procedure. Understand, sir? You can call the stored procedure explicitly by using what? Execute command, sir. And also we can call the stored procedure by calling implicitly through another PLSQL block as well, sir. Understand, sir? You can call the stored procedure by calling what? Implicitly with the help of what? Procedure name followed by parameters. Understand, sir? Explicitly we can execute the procedure, as well as implicitly also you can execute the procedure, sir. and every stored procedure may accepts the parameters, and some of the stored procedures may not accept the parameters, sir. Sir, as you already know that one, in Java, some of the methods are taking some arguments, some of the methods are not taking some parameters, right or not? Come on, guys. At the same rule is applicable here. So stored procedures also, some stored procedures may accept the parameters. Some of the stored procedures may not accept the parameters, sir. Understand, sir? Understand, guys, everyone? Okay, that is what the fourth point, sir. So by default, stored procedure should not return any value to the calling program, sir. Understand, sir? By default, stored procedure should not return any kind of value to the calling program. Okay. Yes, we will see that practically in the point, sir. Okay. And stored procedures cannot be executed. So stored procedures cannot be executed through select SQL statements, sir. Okay. We cannot execute stored procedure through select statement. Understand? And stored procedure may call from another stored procedure or a function as well, sir. You can call like as in the one stored procedure from another stored procedure, or else it may be on the function as well. Understand, sir? In Java, we can have like as in the calling of another method from one method or not. At the same way, in the database side as well, sir, we can call like as in the one stored procedure from another stored procedure, and also you can call like as in the stored procedure from the function as well, sir. Understand, sir? Hope you guys are comfortable about the 6 features, about like as in the features of stored procedure. Any doubts? I will be giving you the 2 minutes of time, sir. Please go through the 7 points. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Just go through the 7 points, sir, once, and let me know if you have any doubts on the particular point. I will explain you, sir. So once you are done with that, let me know, sir. I will be giving the 2 minutes of time, sir. Please go through the 7 points and let me know if you have any question on the particular point. I'm requesting everyone to go through the 7 points, sir. So fifth point is nothing but an word, sir. The fifth point is by default stored procedure does not returns any kind of value to the calling program, sir. That is what what I'm trying to say is you can create one stored procedure first. You can create the stored procedure first, sir. First, you need to create the stored procedure. That stored procedure should be called from another PLSQL block, sir. Okay, another PLSQL block. So means from the SQL block, you can call the stored procedure. That's all. You cannot expect any kind of value from the stored procedure, sir. Simply, I can say in Java, like the method as an the method return type as an what void, sir. That's all. Okay. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. The fifth point. So by default, the stored procedure should not return any value to the calling program. It's just like as an void method, sir. Sudha and Roshni, is that clear for you guys? It's just like as in the void method, sir, compared to Java. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Yes. If you want to return the value means you need to go for an stored functions, Roshni. Stored procedures is not suitable. Stored functions, it's just apply for what? Just doing some process. That's all. It doesn't return anything from it doesn't return any kind of value to the calling program. If you want that value means you need to go for an what? Stored function. Okay. Yeah. Slowly you will get to know, sir. Slowly you will get to know. By end of today's session, you will get to know the importance of stored procedures and stored functions, sir. So shall I go with the next discussion, sir? Hope everyone is clear with the 7 points. Everyone is clear for the 7 points or not? Okay, then fine. So let us jump on to the next discussion, sir. What is the syntax for creating the stored procedure, sir? What is the syntax for creating what? The stored procedure, sir. Okay. What is the syntax for creating what? The stored procedure, sir. See, sir, this is what like as in the syntax for creating what? The stored procedure, sir. Create or replace. It is nothing but answer. Square brackets represents what, sir? Optional or mandatory? Come on, guys. When you are writing in the programming languages, when you are defined inside the square brackets means that is an optional or mandatory, sir. Come on, guys. Everyone try to respond. I need response, sir. I need response from everyone, sir. So tell me, if you are defined something inside the square brackets, is that mandatory or optional, sir? Is that mandatory or optional? Only we are getting the few responses from you people. See, that's what I told you. That's what, if you respond, then I would like to know the what are the different answers you are going to get, sir. Sir, Naga, like Naga, it is not mandatory, sir. Okay, when you are defining something inside the square brackets, sir, Naga, it is an optional, sir. Try to correct it, sir. Okay. Yeah, it is an optional. When you are define something inside the square brackets in programming languages, it is an optional, not mandatory. Okay. Yeah. Create or replace. Or replace is what? Nothing but an optional procedure keyword, then followed by procedure name. And that procedure parameter, some procedures can take the parameters, some of the procedures will take parameters, some of the procedures will not take the parameters. That's why I made the parameters as an what? Optional or not? Come on, guys. Right? So parameters is an optional or not, sir? Tell me, sir, every Java method will take the data. Every Java method will takes the inputs, sir. No. Some Java methods will take some inputs. Some Java methods doesn't takes the inputs, right? Right? And the same rule is applicable here as well. For the stored procedure, okay, some of the stored procedures will not take the data, will not take the parameters, and some of the stored procedures will take the parameters, sir. Okay, either you can go with what? In or as, both are same. Okay, so this is nothing but an what? Starting of the stored procedure execution, sir. This is representing what? Starting of the stored procedure. Okay, is or has. Okay, and then followed by begin block, sir. Between this is or as and the begin block, you can have what? The declaration part. Whatever the variables you need to declare, sir, whatever the variables are required for the stored procedure, sir, those variables you are going to declare inside what? A declaration part between what? Is or as block or begin between. Understand, sir? Between this one only, you need to declare the variables required for the stored procedure. Understand? And this is nothing but an execution part, sir. Actual logic of our stored procedure should be takes place in where? In the execution part. Okay, and you can have like as an exception, sir. So there is a chance of getting an exception while executing the business logic in the stored procedure, right? There is a chance of getting the exception while executing the stored procedure, right? So for that, you can have like as an what? Exception section as well, sir. And this is nothing but an what? End block. This representing what? End, and then followed by procedure name, sir. Procedure name is an optional. Okay, end, and then followed by what? Procedure name is an optional, sir. Understand, sir? Everyone, the syntax. As I already explained here, sir. Okay, about the 3 lines of the statement. Create a procedure in create a procedure instructs the compiler to create what? A new procedure in Oracle, sir. Okay, so create a procedure instructs to the compiler to create a new procedure in Oracle. The keyword of or replace instructs to the compiler to replace the existing procedure, if any with what? If any with the current one. What it will do, sir? Or replace or replace, it will, what it will do? It's simply performing what? Overwrite or not? Sir, whatever the stored procedure you are trying to create, if that stored procedure is already existed in the database, means or replace a statement will, what it will do, sir? It will perform what? Overwrite operation or not? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Tell me, sir. Create a procedure instructs what? Compiler to create a new procedure in Oracle. So whereas or replace word instructs to the compiler to replace the existing procedure with the new procedure, sir. Understand, sir? Hope you guys are comfortable about this line of statement. Everyone, please try to respond. So create or replace as a name itself having meaning, sir. As a statement itself having meaning. Create whatever the procedure name, whatever you are specified the procedure name, sir. If it is already existed, means simply replace that procedure. If that procedure name is not existed in the database, it will create that procedure. That's all. Understand, sir? And the procedure name always should be what? Unique, sir. Always it should be what? Unique. Understand, sir? Understand? Just go through this, the syntax with this, the 3 points, sir. Okay. So just go through the syntax with this, the 3 points, sir, so that you will get an idea, sir. Okay. Yes. Fine. So let us talk about, some parameters of the named blocks or stored procedures, sir. Sir, as I already told you, so the stored procedures, some of the stored procedures will accept the parameters. Some of the stored procedures will not accept the parameters or not. Come on, guys. Some of the stored procedures will accept the parameters and some of the procedures are not accepted the parameters or not. So there are the different kinds of parameters are there, sir. In the stored procedures and stored functions, we have the different kinds of parameters. Okay. Different types of the parameters, sir. Number one, that is in parameter, sir. Number one, there are the 3 kinds of parameters are there in stored procedures and stored functions, sir. One is what? In parameter. Another one is what? Out parameter. Third one is what? In and out parameter, sir. What are the different types of parameters are there in the stored procedures and stored functions? Come on, guys, try to respond. What are the different types of parameters are there in stored procedures and stored functions? What are the different types of parameters are there in stored procedures and stored functions? 3 types, sir. What are those? In parameter, out parameter, and in and out parameter, sir. Understand, sir? 3 types. In parameter. As a in parameter is nothing but an what? Read-only parameter, sir. Okay, it's nothing but an what? Read-only parameter, and you can refer and what? You can reference as an what? In parameter inside the procedure, but you cannot change the value. You cannot change its value, sir. Whenever you are defining like as an one parameter as an what? Input parameter, sir. In parameter represents what? Input parameter to the procedure, sir. It's just for what? Read-only parameter. You cannot modify the value of that particular parameter, sir. Understand, sir? Understand my point, everyone? Understand my point or not, everyone? In parameter. In parameter is what? Read-only parameter to the stored procedure. Okay, you cannot modify the value of that input parameter. Oracle uses what? In as an what? Default mode. So you defined one parameter, sir. You defined one parameter of the stored procedure. You did not define the type of the parameter. What is the default mode? What is the default mode of the parameter, sir? What is the default mode of the parameter in Oracle? In parameter, sir. In parameter. It means if you do not specify the mode, if you do not specify the mode for the parameter explicitly, Oracle will use as what? In parameter. Oracle will use as what? In parameter. Understand, guys, about the in parameter, everyone? So out parameter, sir. When you define one parameter as an what? Out parameter, sir, that is nothing but an what? Writable, sir. Writable. Okay, typically you can set what? You can set the returned value from the for the out parameter of the stored procedure, sir. Whenever you guys wanted to return something from the stored procedure, okay, So whenever you want to return some output value of the stored procedure, sir, then you need to go for an what? Out parameter. Understand, sir? Understand my point, sir? In parameter represents what? Just for reading the input parameter, just like as an input, sir. Just input required for the stored procedure. And out parameter is nothing but an what? The value which you need to return from stored procedure. The value which you need to return from the parameter which you need to return from stored procedure. Okay. In and out means what? The particular parameter behaves like as an input and as well as output, sir. Both readable and writable. That's all. Understand, sir, everyone? Come on, guys. Everyone, is that clear? Parvesh Kumar, what is the importance of in parameter, sir? Can you please unmute yourself and tell me the answer, sir? Parvesh Kumar. What is the importance of input parameter of a stored procedure, sir? Rashekar, I given you unmute option to you, sir. Could you please tell me what is the importance of input parameter of the stored procedure, sir? Rashekar. Kajal, I given you the unmute option to you, sir. So just tell me what is the importance of an input parameter of the stored procedure, Kajal. I'm just giving you the unmute option to you guys. Try to speak out. Jaysri. What is the importance of input parameter importance, sir? Pranay. Pranay, I given you unmute option, sir. Tell me what is the importance of an input parameter of the stored procedure. Yeah. Suganya, tell me like what is an importance of in and out parameter importance, sir? Suganya, like could you please tell me what is the importance of in and out parameters of the stored procedure?
In parameter, we can read only, sir. We can't change the values of it.
Yeah.
It's a default mode.
Yes.
If it didn't specify the parameter, it take it as default mode. In
Correct, sir.
In out
What
parameter, we can read. We can change the values.
Yes. So that particular parameter behave like as an input and as well as output. Both readable and writable is possible, right?
Yes, sir.
What about out, sir? What about out?
In the out means we can. It is writable. We can change the values.
Yes.
But in the in parameter, we not able to change the values.
Correct, sir. Correct. Good, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So these are the three types of parameters required for a stored procedure and the stored function, sir. In parameter, out parameter, and in and out parameters, sir. Okay. Yes. So let us try to create a sample procedures one by one, sir. Okay. Let us try to create what? Yes, some variables can be used like as an input and output. Yes, sir. You can use that one, sir. Yes. Okay. Let us try to create a sample procedure, sir. I'm just creating I'm just creating one sample procedure, sir, here. Try to observe carefully. So see, sir, I just connected to what? A system account. Okay. I just connected with what? Okay. So just connected with what? A system account, and I just set server output as output on as well, sir. Okay. Yeah. Clear the screen. Okay. So create or replace a procedure name, that is a welcome message. Okay. Welcome message and is the keyword, sir. Okay. Welcome message. Right now, tell me my procedure name is what, sir? What is my procedure name? Tell me, guys, what is my procedure name? What is my procedure name? Welcome message. So my procedure is taking any inputs and any parameters. My procedure is taking any parameters? No. My procedure is not taking any kind of parameters, sir, here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. So then observe carefully, sir. Okay, and easy keyword, sir, and easy keyword, and then so we do not have any variable declaration, sir. We don't want to declare any kind of variables here. Okay, and then so begin block. I'm just defining what is the begin block, and dbms underscore output dot put underscore line, sir. Put underscore line something what welcome to Ashok IT, sir. That's all. Welcome to Ashok IT. That's all. This is the message I would like to display, sir. That's all. And then end block and then close it. What it is saying, sir? What it is saying? The name which is already existed, sir. The name which is already existed. Right, sir? Create or replace a procedure. It should be replaced, right, sir? Why it is not replacing? 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. Just take the copy, sir. Okay. Take the copy here. Execute this procedure, sir. Why it is not executing? 1 minute. Show errors, sir. Show errors. Is expecting as an what? dbms underscore put underscore output dot put underscore line. Okay. Then ed, sir. Ed. Then create or replace procedure name. That's all. Why it is procedure is getting? When you are getting what? Show errors, sir. Show errors message. You can go with what? Okay, you need to, no need, Sudha. We are not working with MySQL. No need of changing the delimiter, sir. Encountered with the double quotes, sir. Where, sir? PLSQL line number 1. We got the things. Okay, got it. Got it. So see, right now I'm not taking anything. Just save it. Okay. Fine, sir. So see, sir, right now my procedure is not taking anything. Okay. Something wrong, sir, here. Okay. Whenever you are not taking anything, sir, no need of defining what? Brackets. That's all. So my procedure got created successfully or not, sir? My procedure got created successfully or not? Come on, guys. My procedure got created successfully or not, sir? Right? Yeah. So see, sir, that is what like as an output, sir. Okay. What is the output? What is the output, sir? We got procedure created. So now how can you execute the procedure, sir? Now how can I execute the procedure? Execution. How can you execute the procedure, sir? How can you execute the procedure? So execute command followed by what? Procedure, sir. Procedure. Okay. Followed by procedure. That's all. Followed by procedure name. So see, sir, we are able to get the output or not? We are able to get the output or not, sir? We are able to get the output of the procedure or not, sir, by using execute command. Okay. exec as well. Welcome underscore message. Right. So we are able to execute that procedure or not, sir? Using execute command and execute command, we got the outputs or not, sir? Come on, guys. Everyone. Right. We got it. Okay. Fine. This is what how you need to execute what stored procedure, sir. Execute a procedure name, sir. Okay. Or else you can go with what? exec, execute. Okay, that is what the way. So now I wanted to create like as an one more procedure, sir. I wanted to create like as in the one more procedure which accept one input parameter, sir. Understand, sir? What I need to do, sir? I need to create what? One stored procedure with by accepting what? One input parameter. Let us create that one. Create or replace procedure name that is nothing but an what? Read by username, sir. Something what? Read by value. Okay. Or else, okay. Okay. Accept and display number, sir. Or you can go with what? Accept and display number. This is nothing but on what? The procedure name, sir. It is a unique name. Okay. And I'm going to define what? The procedure name, sir. The procedure name is nothing but on what? Something what? Login username, sir. Okay. Login username of called varchar. Okay. Varchar. So tell me, sir, am I define the type of the parameter, sir? Am I defined like as in the type of the parameter here? Am I defined like as in the type of the parameter or not? No, right? I am not defined like as in the type of the parameter, right or not, sir? Okay. And a has keyword. Okay. And then a has keyword. Then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of. Okay. Welcome to Ashok IT. Okay. Welcome to Ashok IT, sir. And then followed by the login username. I'm going to display it, sir. That's all. Okay. And end block, sir. End block. And then close it. Okay, no problem, sir. We got some errors. So why? Because means begin block is missed, sir. Begin block is missed. Okay, fine. Control yes and exit. Okay, yeah. The procedure got created or not, sir, successfully? The procedure got created successfully or not? Come on, guys. My procedure got created successfully or not, sir? Accept display as an what? Tell me, sir, login username is a input variable or output variable or in and out variable? Login username. Login username is a input variable or not? Just check it, sir. Input variable. Let us specify what? Input variable as well. So see, sir. See, I'm just specifying what? Login underscore login username as an what? Input variable as well. So in such a cases also, my procedure has been created successfully. Okay. So tell me, how can I execute the procedure? Using execute keyword, right, sir? Using what? Execute keyword, sir. Execute keyword of what? Accept underscore display underscore what? Number of. I'm going to supply what you name, and I'm going to supply what? The login username as an what? Mahesh. That's all. So see, sir, we are able to see the message or not? Welcome to Ashok IT Mahesh or not? So means my procedure is taking input and displaying that output or not? Displaying that value or not, sir? Come on, guys. My procedure is taking that input and displaying that output or not? Right? Right or not, guys? Right. Yes. That is what like as on the second stored procedure, sir. That is nothing but on what? The second stored procedure. Okay. Yeah. Okay then. So this is nothing but on what? Output, sir. What you are going to get the output? Let us see here, sir. The procedure has been created successfully and the output you are going to get as an what, sir? The procedure has been created successfully, sir. The output which you are going to get what? This is nothing but on what? My procedure name. Just execute that procedure name, sir. That's all. And so what you are going to get as an output? What is the output you are going to get? So hello user. Okay, hello user. Then followed by what? Mahesh. And then welcome to Ashok IT. Okay, welcome to Ashok IT for what? PLSQL programming, sir. That's all. This is what like as in the thing you are going to get. Understand, sir? For the above procedure, sir, this is what like as an output you are going to get. Understand? Everyone, is that clear? Is that clear with respect to what stored procedure 2? Just for taking the input of the stored procedure and displaying that output or not? displaying that value of that variable or not? Is that clear? Any doubts, guys? Yeah. Let us take another stored procedure, sir. Let us take what? Another stored procedure. So observe carefully, sir. We just created like as another stored procedure which accepts how many inputs and how many outputs, sir. Tell me, sir, how many inputs are taking and how many outputs are returning? How many inputs and how many outputs? 2 inputs and one will be what? Out variable or not? Right? One will be the output or not, sir? Yes. So let us see here, sir. Okay, this is nothing but what? Create or replace a procedure. Procedure name of what? Addition of 2 numbers. A is nothing but what? Input variable of type called what? Number, and B is the input of type called what? Number, and C is nothing but what? Output type of number, sir. And then begin block, sir. And then begin block, and C is equal to A plus B, and I'm just displaying what? Addition of 2 numbers as and what? C result we are displaying or not, sir? That's all. This is what? Nothing but the what? Procedure, sir. Compile. Okay. So observe carefully, sir. I'm just creating the procedure. So the procedure got created or not, sir? The procedure has been created or not? Now tell me, sir. Right now in my procedure execution, 2 inputs and 1 output is there, right or not? 2 inputs and 1 output is there or not, sir? Try to concentrate here, sir, everyone. How to execute the procedure now? In the previous executions, one procedure is not taking any input and one procedure is taking 1 input only, right, sir? Now we are working with what? A third procedure taking 2 inputs and one as an what? Output variable. So now you need to concentrate how to execute this procedure. Okay. So first you need to declare one variable, sir. First you need to declare what? One variable for what? One variable for storing the output result. Okay. You need to declare one variable for what? So to hold what? Output out variable result, sir. Okay. That is nothing but an what? Sum of numbers. You can go with what? Sum of numbers as what? Number type. Okay. That is the variable you need to define, sir. Variable is nothing but an what? Predefined word, sir. Okay. So variable is nothing but an what? The predefined word. Okay. Sum of the numbers is nothing but an what? Some temporary number, temporary variable I have taken, sir. I have taken what? Some temporary variable. Okay. Now I am going to execute the procedure, sir. Execute addition underscore 2 underscore what? Numbers of 250 comma 250 comma and then what? The variable name you need to supply it, sir. Okay. You need to supply it what? Variable name. Okay. Whatever the variable you have taken, that variable name you need to supply, sir, here. So that is nothing but an what? Out variable, sir. Out variable result will be stored in what? Sum of the numbers. That's all. See, sir. See, sir. See, we got like as in the addition of 2 numbers is what? 500, which we are getting from what? This statement, sir. Which we are getting from what? This statement. Understand? You can print the variable, sir. You can print the variable sum of numbers as well. See, sir. See, sum of the numbers variable value is what, sir? 500 or not? Okay. When your stored procedure having like as an output parameters, sir, at the time you need to declare what? Output variable, sir, first. Then you can execute the procedure with output variable name, and then you can print that output variable name by using what? Print statement. This is nothing but on what? The procedure. This is nothing but on the process need to be followed for what? Output variable, sir. Understand, everyone? Everyone, is that clear? Fine. This is what the thing, sir. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts apart from the procedure 3? That procedure 3 contains what? 2 inputs and 1 output. Okay. So while executing the procedure, you need to declare first for what? One variable to hold what? Output variable result. And while executing that procedure, you need to declare that you need to pass that parameter as an what? Output variable. After that, you need to print that to the variable, sir. That's all. Clear, everyone? Procedure 3. Is that clear, sir? Yes. Fine. So let us let us come to the next procedure, sir. Let us come to the next procedure. So what is the next procedure, sir? Observe carefully. I'm just getting what employee details based on employee number or not, sir? I'm going to create like as in the one procedure. Through that procedure, I wanted to get like as an employee details by employee ID, sir. Okay, understand? So now tell me, for this procedure, how many inputs are there? For this procedure, how many input variables are there, sir? How many input variables are there, sir? Come on, guys. Try to respond. Create or replace a procedure name. Get employee details by ID. Okay. Employee number is nothing but an what? Input variable, sir. Input variable, you can specify it as an what? Input variable. What is the type of this one, sir? What is the type? What is the type here, sir? We are just referring the column of the table of the particular data type or not? We are just referring what? One of the column of the table data type or not, sir? EMP table of EMP number type, sir. Understand? That is what the thing, sir. And we just define one variable, sir. We declared the one variable of type what, sir? What type, sir? What type of variable we have defined? Employee row type variable or not? Employee row type variable we declared or not, sir, here? Okay. And I am selecting the record. I'm selecting the record and dumping into what? Row type variable from employee table, where employee ID is equal to, where employee number is equal to what? Employee number, input variable. Whatever the input you have supplied to the select query, to the stored procedure, sir, that input parameter we are passing to what? Select query. Select star into what? Row type variable from employee table, where employee number is equal to what? Input supplied to the procedure, sir. Understand? This is input supplied to the procedure. And we are just displaying that record of information on the screen. Okay. EMP number, EMP name, and EMP job, and then salary, sir. Understand, sir? Everyone? Everyone? Understood or not? This is the well familiar thing only, sir. This is a well familiar thing only. We just define what? Row type variable, and we are selecting the particular record from the employee table, and we are dumping into what? A row type variable, sir. And we just extracting for what? Required columns. How many columns we are extracting here? How many columns we are extracting here? Come on, guys. How many columns we are extracting here? How many columns we are extracting here, sir? 4 columns. 4 columns, right? Yeah. So for example, if you supplied input to employee number is not existed in the table, means it will throw an error or not, sir? What exception it will throw, sir? If the supplied input employee number is not existed in the table of record, means then definitely it is going to return what exception, sir? No data found exception or not? No data found exception or not, sir? Yes, no data found. Exception block also I have written, sir. I have written what? Exception section as well. So when you got like as in the no data found exception, then you need to display the message as in what? Given employee is not existed in the database table. Understand? So when it will return no data found exception, if the select query is not returning any result, if the select query is not giving the result, means what exception internally raising by Oracle, sir? When the select query is not returning any kind of row, when the select query is not returning any data from the select query, means then what Oracle internally returning what error? No data found error, sir. Okay, that's what I handled like as an exception. Everyone, is that clear? Everyone, is that clear or not, sir? Any doubts? Let us give a try, sir. Let us give a try. Copy this one and paste it here. Procedure got created successfully. Tell me. So go to the employee table. Okay, go to the employee table and pick one employee, sir. Select star from employee, sir. Pick one employee, 7893. Okay, tell me how to execute the procedure, sir. Can anyone tell me how to execute the procedure? Can you please tell me how to execute the procedure, sir? Yes. Execute, sir. Okay. Exe. Okay. Do we have any output variables, sir? Do we have any output variables of the procedure? Do we have any output variables of the procedure? Do we have any output variables of the procedure? Understand my question. This is local variable. This is local variable of the procedure, not output variable, sir. Not out variable. So have we declared any out parameters of the procedure? Have we declared like as an out parameter of the procedure or not? Have we declared the out parameters of the procedure or not, sir? Have you declared the out parameter of the procedure or not? No, no. So execute procedure, sir. So get EMP details by ID. Okay, I'm going to supply what 7839, sir. 7839. So this employee is existed in the table. This employee is existed in the table. Yes, this employee is existed in the table means that employee details need to get hit here. 7839 king employee, the president, and the salary of that employee is what? 9,500. Okay, and I'm going to supply what? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So tell me, is this employee is existed in the table? Is this employee is existed in the table? So SQL will raise an what exception? Oracle will raise an what exceptions are internally when you are executing the select command? No data found exception, right? So are we handling the no data found exception or not? Are we handling the no data found exception or not, sir? Yes. So if it is no data, if you are handling like no data found exception means what is an error you are going to get? What is the error you are going to get, it guys? Given employee is not existed in the database table. Understand, sir, how you need to handle the exceptions at the procedure side? Is that clear? Is that clear or not? How to execute the stored procedures with an exceptions? Right. So this is nothing but an what output, sir. This is nothing but an what output. Hope you guys are comfortable. So this is not the output, sir. This is nothing but an what execution. Okay, this is nothing but an what execution, sir. Execution of the procedure. Okay, then what is the output, sir? What is the output? Saying that what? Procedure created. Procedure created, sir. That's all. If you want to handle out of bounds, what do you mean by out of bounds, sir? I didn't understand, sir. What do you mean by out of bounds? Oracle is giving what? One predefined error. So when the select query is not returning the data, no, sir, we do not have the out of bounds exception is not there here. Okay, as we had discussed on yesterday, sir. Praveen, we discussed some of the predefined exceptions on yesterday. 0 divided error, value error. Okay, and the no data found error. All these are predefined exceptions at the PLSQL side. Okay. Yeah. So go through the notes, sir. If you missed the yesterday session, please go through the notes. Okay. Yeah. Fine, sir. Everyone is clear? Everyone is clear? So the fourth procedure. Any doubts? Sir, through the workbench, you can execute these procedures easily. Oh, sorry, not workbench. Through the SQL developer, you can execute the procedures easily, sir. But as a fresher or as an experienced person, we need to know how to execute the procedures through CLI. That is what the thing we are just discussing here. Understand? Okay, then. So let us jump on to the next procedure, sir. Let us jump on to the next procedure. So see, observe carefully, sir. I wanted to update the salary of an employee, sir. I wanted to perform what? I wanted to update the salary of an employee. Okay. So in order to update the salary of an employee, tell me employee number required as an input number and how much amount you wanted to update as an what input number. And also I'm returning what latest salary of that particular employee as an what output variable. Understand, sir? Understand? Create or replace a procedure name. My procedure name is what? Update employee salary. So two inputs I am collecting here. One is for what? Just for which employee you wanted to update the record. Okay. And how much amount you wanted to update the record as well. Okay. And the salary, what is the latest salary of an employee as well? We need to know. Okay. And then begin block. See, sir, this is nothing but an what, sir? This is nothing but an what? Employee or not? So we are just updating the salary of the employee or not, sir? For the given employee ID. Come on, guys. For the given employee ID, we are updating the salary of an employee or not? After performing the update operation, I'm just committing the data onto the database and I'm just selecting the latest value of salary from the table or not? I'm just selecting the latest value of the salary for the given employee and dumping into the what output variable or not, sir? Come on, guys. We are doing or not? We are just after performing the update operation. So we are just selecting what a salary column from the employee table for the given ID and dumping into what output variable, sir? And dumping into what output variable. This is nothing but another stored procedure, sir. How many inputs and how many outputs are there? Just before going into one, select a star from employee 7839 employee, sir. What is the salary of the current? What is the salary, sir? 9,500 is the current salary of that employee, sir. Let us give a try. Let us give a try to execute that stored procedure. Yes. So the procedure got executed successfully. Now tell me how to execute the procedure. How to execute the procedure using execute keyword, using what execute keyword, and then update employee and update what employee salary. Okay, employee salary, and I'm going to supply as in the parameter as what 7,000. Okay, 7839 is nothing but on what employee ID, and how much salary I would like to increase, sir? How much salary I would like to update for this employee? 500 rupees I would like to provide the increment. What is the current salary of this employee? What is the current salary of this employee, sir? What is the current salary of this employee? What is the current salary of this employee, sir? 9,500 is the current salary. Now we are just giving what for another 500 as an increment. So total salary of this employee is what? 10,000, sir. Okay, 10K. So, and what is the output variable? We have one output variable, right, sir? Sorry. We have one output variable. So that is a latest salary, sir. Latest salary is nothing but a variable of number type. I'm going to declare what? One variable. Okay, and then execute update underscore employee underscore salary of, okay, 7839 and then 500 and then output variable, sir. That is nothing but on what? Latest salary, sir. That is nothing but on what? Latest salary. So see, sir, the PLSQL procedure got successfully executed, and you can print what? The value, sir. Latest salary. Latest salary. So tell me, are we getting the 10,000 or not? You can go back and verify with the table as well. Refresh the table. So it is reflected to 10,000 or not? It is reflected to 10,000 or not, sir? In the table as well. This is what, how you need to execute this procedure, sir. Understand, sir? Understand or not? So the output is nothing but on what? Procedure created and execution, sir. And execution. This is nothing but on what? Execution, sir. Okay, fine. Fine. Everyone is that clear? The fifth procedure. Everyone is that clear or not? The fifth procedure, sir. Yeah. Let us jump on to the next procedure, sir. I wanted to get like as an employee based on what department, sir? I wanted to get like as an employee based on what department number. Okay, select star from employee where department number is equal to what? 10 department. Bulk of employees it is going to return or not, sir? Bulk of employees it is going to return or not by passing the input? By passing the input. So we are going to return what? Bulk of input variable, bulk of records or not? In order to hold the bulk of records, what we required, sir, in the PLSQL side? Cursor is required or not? Tell me, sir, in order to hold the bulk of records in the PLSQL, we required what? Cursor variable or not, sir? Right? Yes. So observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully, concentrate here. Create or replace a procedure name. Get employees by department number is my procedure name. And department number we are taking as an what? Input variable. Okay. And the department number is nothing but an what? Input number, sir. And the employee details is nothing but an what? My cursor name. My cursor name of output sys_ref cursor, sir. This is the one of the predefined Oracle cursor. Okay. This is the one of the predefined Oracle cursor, sir. Understand my point, guys, everyone? What is my cursor name? What is the output variable name? EMP_details is nothing but an what? Output variable name, sir. And what is the type of that variable? What is the type of the variable of output variable type, sir? What is the output variable type? What is the output variable type? sys_ref cursor, sir. As it is, you need to use what? sys_ref cursor. It is one of the predefined cursor in Oracle. Okay. It is one of the predefined type of, it is one of the predefined cursor type in Oracle, sir. Okay. That is what the type of the output variable. Okay. And see, sir, I just opened that output variable or not. Open of employee details. And I have used it for what? For loop, sir. I have used it for what? Open output variable and using for loop. And I'm just selecting the employees based on the department number or not, sir? Tell me, sir. I'm just selecting what I'm selecting like as an employee based on the department number and storing into the output variable using for loop or not. This is nothing but an what? For loop or not, sir? Right? So observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully. Before that one, what you need to do here is CLR SCR set line size, sir. Okay. Set line size 350 characters per line. Okay. Yeah. And then what I need to do? Execute the procedure. So procedure has been executed successfully. Now tell me how many inputs and how many outputs are there here? How many inputs and how many outputs are there in this procedure, sir? How many inputs and how many outputs are there in this procedure? One input and one output, right, sir? So procedure created, sir. Okay. Procedure created. That's all. Procedure created, sir. Okay. Yes. Okay. Tell me. Okay. Now I wanted to execute the procedure, sir. Okay. One, so we need to define the variable or not? We need to define the variable of what? Employee details. Which type variable, sir, it is? Which type of variable is that? Number type or varchar type or cursor type? Output variable type is what? Cursor type or not? Output variable type is what? Cursor type or not? So cursor type means you need to go for what? Ref cursor. Ref cursor. Okay. You just need to define the output variable as an what? Ref cursor. That's all. And execute the procedure, sir. Execute. Get underscore employees by department number. Okay. Department number. So I'm going to pass as an what? 10 department. And then what I'm going to do, sir? Employee details. That's all. That's all, sir. Okay. Got it. So the procedure got executed successfully. Print the variable, sir. Print the variable. So see, sir, we got like as in the 10 employee details or not? Come on, guys. We got the 10 employee details or not, sir? 10 department details or not? Right? We got the 10 department details or not, sir? 10 department related employees details or not? Right. So this is what the things, sir. These are the things you just need to keep in mind, sir. Okay, fine. That's all. This is how you need to execute the procedure, sir. Execution. Okay, yes. So immediately the question may get into mind. Sir, can you show me how to execute this procedure through SQL developer, sir? Yes, happily, sir. Just copy and paste it, sir. Copy and paste it. Simple. Paste that required procedure, Control A, and click on what? Play button of green icon, sir. So the procedure got compiled successfully. And now what you need to do, sir? You can observe that procedure here, sir. You can observe that created procedure here. What is the procedure we had created? Get employee by department number. These are the procedures. These are the procedures which we had created, sir. Get employees by department number. This is the procedure, sir. This is the procedure. So just select on the procedure. Select the procedure. There is an option. There is an option called what? Run procedure, sir. Run procedure. So tell me, it is taking like as an input. It is asking like as an input value of the department number or not? I'm going to supply as an what? Department 30. So just click on OK button. Just click on what? OK button, sir. OK button. So there is in the section called what? Output variables section, sir. Okay. 1 minute. What you are getting, sir? Okay, okay. One minute, sir. Get employees by get employees. This is the department. Sorry, sir. Wrong procedure we are executing, sir. 1 minute. Let us refresh this one, sir. Let us refresh this one. Okay. Get employees by department number, sir. This is the one, sir. Okay. Execute it. Execute it. This is nothing but on what? Department number as on what? 30. Click on what? OK button. So where you can see what? 30 department related things or not, sir? Output variables section. Once you execute the procedure, sir, there is an output variable section is there. So this is nothing but on what? Output variable name. This is nothing but on what? Output variable name. And this is nothing but on what? The result of our procedure, sir. Understand? Understand, sir? Everyone? So any procedure, sir, you can take off what? Any procedure. So get employee details by ID. Okay, get employee details by ID, sir. Just select the procedure and run it. And input variable, I can supply it what? 7839. 7839. Click on the OK button. So we got like the things right. 7839 King employee president. If you go with what? Output variable. So you do not have any output variable. That's why the results are not getting here. Understand? You got like as in the results on the console itself. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line, right? That result it is displaying, sir. Any procedure you can execute it, sir. That's all. Clear? Clear, guys? How to execute the stored procedure through SQL Developer? Just for clicking on the selecting the options, nothing more than that. Okay? Yes. So this is nothing but on what? The procedure 6, sir. So now we are getting into what? The procedure 7. Procedure 7. So this procedure has to return what? All the records from the employee table, sir. This procedure has for what? All the records from the employee table. That's all, nothing more than that. Okay. So select copy this one. Okay. And copy this procedure. Okay. Procedure got created. Okay. And then variable all employees, nothing but on what? Ref cursor. Okay. And execute get all employees of what? Output variable name, sir. That is all underscore employees, sir. All underscore what? Employees. Okay. The procedure got executed and then print off all underscore employees. That's all. All employees we are getting or not, sir, here? All employees data we are getting or not? Come on, guys. We are getting all employees data or not? Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. How to work with what? Stored procedures. How to work with what? The stored procedures. Everyone is that comfortable? Any doubts, guys? Any doubts? Okay. So whatever the procedures you have created here, every procedure can be executed through JDBC application using callable statements, sir. Whatever the procedure we had created here so far, 7 procedures we had created, sir. Every procedure you can execute what? Through stored procedures, as through callable statement of JDBC application, sir. Understand? Understand, guys? Yes. Okay. And we can call these procedures through what? PLSQL block as well, sir. Understand, sir? Through the PLSQL block, okay, through the PLSQL block, sir, we can execute this stored procedure as well, sir. Let me show you that one as well. I wanted to call this the stored procedure through what? PLSQL block. Okay, so we do not have any declare section, sir. Straight away you can start with what? Begin section. Sorry, 1 minute. Oh, sorry, sir. I just terminated the console. 1 minute. Okay, yeah. Let us connect back again, sir. Connect system and then what? Manager, sir. Connect, sir. Connect and then system and then manager, sir. Okay, done, sir. Set server output on, sir. Set server output on. Okay, and set line size. Set line size of what, sir? Set line size of what? 350, sir. Okay, I wanted to see all the procedures which I have created so far. Select star from user underscore procedures, sir. Users underscore procedures. Okay, this is the table name, sir. And you need to select what? Description of what? User underscore procedures. User underscore procedures, sir. Okay, these are the tables. Okay, you can go with what? Okay, object name, sir. You can select what? Object name. Select what? Object underscore name from user underscore procedures, sir. User underscore what? Procedures. This is the procedures name, sir. These are the procedures which we have created so far. Okay, out of all these procedures, sir, I'm going to call what? One of the procedure. What is that procedure? Get employee details by ID. I wanted to call this procedure through one of the PLSQL block. That is a declare section, sir. Okay, that is the declare section. Okay, what we need to take, sir? Input, sir. Okay, employee number I wanted to collect from what? From the user. Okay, that is ampersand what? Employee number. Okay, done. And then so begin block, sir, and then begin block and the name of the procedure and supply it what? Employee ID, employee number, sir. Employee number and then end block, sir. End block and then execute it. So it is asking what? 7839, sir, employee ID. So see, sir. Okay, got it, sir. The small mistake we did, sir. Small mistake we did. Okay, declare employee number, okay, of number type colon equal to what? Employee number, sir. Okay, begin and the procedure name sir. So that is nothing but on what? Employee number and then end block and CM here. Okay, 7839, sir. So come on, guys. Am I executable through PLSQL block or not? Come on, guys. Am I executable through PLSQL block or not? Am I executable through the stored procedure through PLSQL block or not, sir? Come on, guys. So this is nothing but on what? What we can say, sir? What you can say? Okay, so executing the stored procedure, stored procedure through what? PLSQL block, sir. Through what? PLSQL block. Okay, done. So is that fine, sir? Everyone, how to execute the PLSQL? How to execute the PLSQL stored procedure through PLSQL block? How to execute the stored procedure through PLSQL block? Is that clear, everyone? Okay, so let us go with what? How to execute the stored procedure how to execute like as in the stored procedure of an output variable through output variable, sir, through output variable as well. So I'm going to take this procedure, sir, and I wanted to execute this procedure through what? PLSQL block. PLSQL block, sir. Understand? So just observe carefully. So declare section is there, and A of number type, sir, of A what number type? That is A value I'm taking from the user, and B is also nothing but on what number type, and which nothing but on what taking what? C, sir. Sorry, C first is taking for what? C. And C is nothing but on what? Output variable, sir. Okay. And then begin block, sir. And then begin block. And this is the procedure, sir. And A value you need to supply it. B value you need to supply it. And then C value you need to supply it, sir. Okay. C value you need to supply it. And DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line of what? C, sir. That is nothing but on what? Addition from the PLSQL block, sir. Addition from what? PLSQL block. C variable. Okay. End block. And then followed by what? This one. I'm just passing as in what? 10 and 20. Okay. Spelling mistake is there, sir. Sorry. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. Okay. Execute it. So 10 and then 20. So now tell me, are we getting the things or not, sir? Output variables also we are able to execute or not? Come on, guys. Through the PLSQL block, can we execute the stored procedure or not? Through the PLSQL block, can we execute the stored procedure or not, sir? Yes. This is what the things, sir. This is what nothing but on what things. Okay. Yeah. Fine. So let us have that code here as well for your reference. Okay. Let us have this reference for you, sir. Sir, nobody will tell you this many options, sir. How to execute the stored procedure. Okay, you can execute what a stored procedure by using what execute command, and also you can execute what the stored procedure through PLSQL block, and also you can execute the stored procedure through SQL developer as well, sir. Understand? Understand, sir? So as a fresher, you can have this much of knowledge means definitely, sir, that would be an advantage for you, sir. That would be an advantage for you. Understand? Clear, sir? And this is what the output, sir. Okay, fine. Control C, Control V. That's all. Okay, yeah. So now we will be the jumping on to what, sir? Stored functions, sir. So far we are in the good shape, sir. So far we are in the good shape of working with what stored procedure and executing that stored procedures, sir. Understand? Working with the stored procedures and executing the stored procedures, is that fine, sir? Everyone up to now? Different combinations we have discussed, sir, with respect to what stored procedure. Right? Right or not? Yeah. So see, sir, working with the stored functions is similar to working with the stored procedures. Okay, almost working with the stored procedures is similar to what working with the stored functions. Slightly small difference. Slightly small difference. That is what I told you, sir. Okay, similar to the procedure, PLSQL function is also what one of the named block or reusable program. Okay, reusable program in the Oracle database. Understand, sir? Once you create the stored function, sir, you can reuse that function anywhere in the application, sir. Anywhere in the application. Okay. In order to create a function, sir, so simply in place of a procedure, we are just going to create what? Function name followed by parameters list, sir. Followed by parameters list. And see, sir, if you observe carefully, so we have like as in the return keyword for the function. So every function should return some value or not, sir? This is nothing but an additional syntax. This is the additional syntax of the function, sir. Roshni, you asked something, right? So you asked something how to return the value of the calling program. So if you observe carefully, so this is the PLSQL block, and we are calling what procedure. Calling program is expecting a calling program having the chance to collect the output variable. Tell me, sir, calling program do we have? Calling program is a chance of returning any value from the procedure. No, right? So, but whereas in the function, sir, it is possible, sir. You can return some value from the function. Okay, same as on the story, sir. Either is or as declarative section, begin block, executable section, exception section, and end block. Nothing more than that. Tell me, sir, how many changes are takes place here with respect to the procedures and functions? Just syntax wise. In place of procedure, function got replaced or not here? Function keyword. And then followed by procedure name in place of that one is what? Function name. And just additional thing is what? You need to return something from the procedure. You need to return something from the function. Understand? Any doubts? Any doubts on the stored function? Come on, guys. Any much differences you have observed, sir? Function and the procedure, both are reusable components in Oracle. Those are nothing but reusable components in the Oracle. Okay, procedure doesn't have the return statement, but whereas function has what? Return statement will be there. Function will have what? Return statement. Understand? Okay, yeah. Let us see, sir, a small function. Okay, I just created one stored function here. Create or replace a function name, welcome message, and it is this function is taking what? One input parameter, and this function is taking what? One input parameter, and returning what value, sir? Varchar 2 or not? And returning what value, sir? String value from the function or not, sir? Come on, guys. And we are returning what? String from the function or not, sir? Correct. So begin block, and finally we are going to return what? This is the string you need to return, sir. Welcome to Ashok IT, and whatever the parameter value you wanted to supply, you just need to supply it, sir. Just copy this function. Just copy this function, sir. Just copy this function and execute that function, sir. That's all. Okay, function got created, and let us try to execute the function, sir. Execute, and then function name. So my function name is what? Welcome underscore message. Okay, welcome underscore message, sir. And then what I need to supply as an input, sir? What I need to supply as an input? What I need to supply as an input, sir? Something what? Mahesh. Okay, yeah. It's not a procedure or undefined, sir. Okay, okay, got it, sir. Sorry, sir. We cannot execute the function. We cannot execute the function through execute statement, sir. In order to execute the function, sir, you need to go for what? Select statement, sir. Tell me, sir, procedures can be executed through select statements. Procedures can be executed through select statement or not? No. Now we are executing what? Select statement. We are executing the function through what? Select statement or not? Come on, guys. We are getting or not? Welcome to Ashok IT Mahesh. We are getting or not? This is nothing but an what? Function execution, sir. This is nothing but an what? Function execution. We cannot execute the function using what? Execute command. We cannot execute what? We cannot execute the stored function using what? Execute command, sir. That is not possible. That is not possible, sir. Understand? And you can have an option. You can execute the stored function through PLSQL block as well. Okay, you can execute that stored function through PLSQL block as well, sir. Understand? This is the PLSQL block I have written. Declare block, welcome message, begin block, and I'm calling the function, and this function is returning some string value that is holding in what? In this message, and this message we are printing here. That's all. Let us give a try, sir. Let us give a try to execute this PLSQL block as well. Yeah. Okay, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. So I need to recreate the procedure once and then re-execute it. Okay, function got created and and PLSQL block as well. Welcome message exists in this scope, sir. What do you mean this one? Okay, no problem, sir. No problem. This is how you this, this is how you need to create the stored function, sir. Okay, this is how you need to print what, how you need to create what a stored function, and this is how you need to execute the stored function through PLSQL block. And apart from that, you can have the another option as well. Okay. Right, sir. Okay, and this is nothing but another way of executing the stored function, sir. Another way of executing the stored function, that is nothing but what select statement, sir. That's all. This is nothing but what one function, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable or not. Right? Yes. So we have another. So we have what another stored function, sir, which is taking what two inputs, and returning some number, sir, and returning some number. That's all based on the two inputs. And this is nothing but what local variable, sir. N3 is nothing but the local variable and the begin block. And I'm just performing what addition here, sir. Okay, and then returning what N3 here, sir. That's all. So see, sir, I'm going to execute this stored function as well one more time. So see, sir. Yeah. So the function got created, and then how we are going to execute this one, sir? Select what? Select of adder. Okay, select of adder of what? 10, 20, sir. 10, 20 from dual, sir. From dual. That's all. 30 we are getting or not? We are calling that function or not, sir? We are just calling that function or not? Right? Yes. Okay, fine. So hope you guys are comfortable, sir, how to execute the stored function as well. How to execute the stored function as well. So I have just created like as in the one function, sir. I just created like as in the one function with the name as in what total customers, which is returning some number, sir, which is returning what some number. That is nothing but what not total numbers, sir. Total employees. This is nothing but what not total numbers, sir. This is nothing but what total employees. Okay, and this is nothing but the function, sir. Okay, yeah. Take the copy here. Take the copy here. Okay, take the copy here, sir, and paste it here. Function got created, and execute the function total employees from dual, sir. From dual. So 14 employees or not? 14 employees or not? We are executing the functions through what? Select statement, sir. Understand? Understand, sir? Slight difference, sir. Slight difference. The slight difference between what stored procedures and stored functions. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Return type will be there. That's all. Hope you guys are comfortable. Hope you guys are comfortable or not, sir? Everyone. Right. So these are the some major differences between what stored procedures and stored functions, sir. And stored procedures are mainly execute for what? Certain processes, sir. And stored functions are mainly used what to perform some kind of a business logic of calculations. Okay. And stored procedures cannot call in the select statement, but whereas a function that contains what? No DML statement and can be called as an what? Select statement. And stored procedure uses what? Output parameter to return the values, but whereas function uses what? Return keyword to return the values, sir. And it is not at all mandatory to return the value in the stored procedure, and function it is mandatory to have what? The return value of the stored function, sir. Okay, these are the main differences between what? Stored procedures and stored functions, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. Everyone. Okay, yeah. Fine, sir. These all are nothing but in what? Working with what? Stored procedures and stored functions, sir. Sir, whatever the stored procedures and whatever the stored functions we had created in today's session, every stored procedure and function can be executable through JDBC application using callable statement. No doubt at all. Okay. I'm not sure how many of you guys are executed the stored procedures through callable statement in JDBC, sir. what type of procedures have you taken, sir, at the JDBC side? Okay. Tell me, sir, at the JDBC side, what type of procedures you have taken here, sir? Okay, then. Fine, sir. Fine. Sir, tomorrow we have the session, sir. Tomorrow we have the session. Okay, tomorrow we have the session at 11 a.m., sir. Is that fine? Is that fine, sir, everyone? 11 a.m. So that we'll conclude with what? Oracle discussions, sir. Monday onwards, we do not have the session. Monday onwards, we do not have the session, sir. Okay, miscellaneous discussions, which I am going to talk on the tomorrow session. So whatever the knowledge I have given with the span of 45 sessions of Oracle, that would be really helpful. That would be really helpful if you are working within the company, sir. Okay, whatever the knowledge I have given here for the 45 sessions of an Oracle, sir, that is absolutely, it's going to be very helpful for you, sir. Understand? Tomorrow we will have the session at 11 a.m., sir. Tomorrow we will just have the miscellaneous discussions. Okay. And triggers we have, right, sir? Triggers we have, right? So PLSQL side, we just worked with a lot or not, sir? From the 1 week onwards, we are working with PLSQL side or not? Come on, guys. I've just given the unmute option for you, sir, everyone. So try to respond. Any questions, any doubts? Is that really the Oracle sessions is helpful for you, sir? Come on, guys. I've given you the unmute option for everyone, sir. Just share your experience, sir. Yes. Fine, sir. So as a full stack Java developer, sir, this much of knowledge is required, sir. This much of knowledge is required to get what hands-on with the Oracle database. Okay. So I will suggest you one tutorial as well, sir. Okay. With respect to what MySQL tutorial.org. If you wanted to execute the stored procedures and stored functions, this is the wonderful tutorial, sir. This is the wonderful tutorial. I would like to recommend you guys go with this the tutorial, sir. MySQL tutorial.org. Okay. So this is the wonderful website. This is the wonderful website where you can get what lot of things with related to what MySQL, sir. This is what one thing, sir. For MySQL, okay, for MySQL related stored procedures, okay, for the MySQL related stored procedures and functions, sir. Okay, refer the following article, sir. Refer what? The following article. Okay, that is nothing but what this one, sir. That's all. Hope you guys are comfortable, sir. If you guys wanted to get good knowledge on the MySQL side for creating the stored procedures and functions, you just refer what MySQL tutorial, sir. Okay, just search for what, sir? Procedures, stored procedures. Okay, just search for what? Stored procedures. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So when does the Ashok sir is conducting the exam on SQL, sir? Monday. Good, sir. Okay. Fine, sir. Good, sir. Okay. So tomorrow tomorrow we do not have much discussion, sir. I am just giving you some outlines of the discussion. That's all. We do not have much discussion, and we'll wind up with what for the tomorrow session, sir. Okay, we'll wind up with what tomorrow session. Okay, then. That's all for today, guys. We'll meet you on the tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Good night.